We the People. Next week, India will, for the first time in decades, have a verdict on the Ayodhya dispute. A nervous government has already been taking out advertisements across media appealing for calm. The deeper question is, does the Ayodhya dispute still matter in 2010? An application by an individual to try and still reach an amicable solution was rejected by the Allahabad High Court. But why are we sensing such anxiety, at least within the government, on what this verdict will bring? Why does the shadow of Ayodhya still hang long and dark over India? Or does it? Can we look at the Babri Masjid Ram Janmabhoomi dispute as an issue of the past? Manish, Ambika Soni went on record to make this appeal for calm, but also underlined that this is just one element of the larger picture, which seems a sort of strange thing to say, because if the emphasis all along has been to encourage all involved parties to accept the court's verdict, why then at this point underline the fact that, look, this is not the last word on this subject?
Well, essentially what the Minister of Information and Broadcasting read out was a resolution adopted by the Cabinet. And the resolution underscored the fact that this is not the end of the judicial process, because obviously if any of the parties want, it would be subject to appeal. And the Congress has always maintained that if at all some kind of an interfaith settlement, some kind of a negotiated settlement could be arrived at, that obviously would have been the best possible outcome.
Solution.
But given the fact that when somebody moved an application saying that some sort of a reconciliation or some sort of mediation may be attempted at this late stage, not only was he rebuffed by the court, but more importantly, all the sides to the dispute unequivocally in one voice said that no, let it be adjudicated. Now that it is being adjudicated, let's just hope that those who have pressed for adjudication would abide by the judgment of the court.
But the fact is that the subtext we saw, at least in the attempts by the government, the suggestions by the government, was a near hope that it was a verdict that would be postponed all over again. The deeper question is, will all sides to this dispute accept whatever the High Court says next week? Vinay Sahasrabudhe, the BJP is this time adopting a very, very cautious sort of approach to this particular verdict that is about to come next Friday. But is it safe to say that the BJP and the RSS have decided that no matter which way this verdict goes, the court's word will be accepted as final?
I think it would be too early to interpret it that way. We have only said that let the court verdict come. We will be responding it in the constitutional framework. We will be analyzing whatever the court verdict is, and thereafter only future plans will be decided upon. So naturally the reaction of BJP and the entire RSS school of thought, the entire Sangha movement for that matter, is very restrained one, is very much within the constitutional ambit. And therefore, I believe basically there is a sense of great hope amongst all of us. We believe that the court verdict will be in favor of Hindus. But then, as I said, even these comments are perhaps not required, because let us wait up to the 24th of September. Let us wait up to the D-Day.
And if it does not go the way that the BJP and the RSS hopes it does, will you follow the normal procedure of judicial process, which is an appeal obviously in the Supreme Court, or will this then be a political reaction?
Yeah, as I said, it would be too premature to comment upon that. Nobody has commented upon that. The leader of our ideological movement, the RSS chief Mohanji Bhagwat, has also very unambiguously made it clear that we will analyze the situation thereafter. And our reaction will be very restrained one. We will be wanting to work in the constitutional framework, I think.
Okay, within the constitutional framework. Swapin, why are we sensing such an anxiety within the corridors of power, more actually than among ordinary people, about what's going to happen next week? There is one school of thought that argues that this as an issue has dried up politically. Do you sense a shift in how the BJP and the RSS are approaching this issue this time?
Well, it's always hazardous to try and speculate as to what exactly will click politically or not.